And to help you dip your toes in the affluent market, I'm now going to share some broad categories of affluent clients typically found in high-end single-family residential. And the biggest affluent niche are the baby boomers. And these are currently around 26% of the entire market and generally have the most money. They are still very active as they get into their senior years and often have a second career that they take up around the 60-year-old mark. They hate boredom and being viewed as old. They are very nostalgic for their youth and are all about having an easy life. Their most important commodity is time, and they are also the most protective group about it. Credibility and proof is important to this group, as they've been bitten in the past and are extremely adverse to being ripped off. To give you an idea of the spending ability of this group, they purchase 57% of new houses. Wellness is huge in this group, and they often have second families, so school choice and that kind of stuff can be a consideration, even at this age. And they like having second homes in exotic places as a central place to get their family together. So whatever you do, don't confuse this group as retirees. People now don't consider themselves retired until they are now 75 plus. And as a note aside, the wellness market is a $4 trillion market. It's a monster and very applicable to home design. So are you getting excited yet? Because the next group is what I call poor to rich. And these are people who were broke working class people, and they worked their asses off to be a massive success. 50% of these people are worth at least $5 million on average, with a yearly income of at least $300,000 a year. They are super independent and admire hard work and ingenuity, as well as persistence and salesmanship. They are super critical of appearances, and they are addicted to recognition and prestige. They are more prone to being afraid of losing money, as they remember what it's like to be broke, and they never take no for an answer. They can be thrifty clients, but they do spend a lot on their homes simply for reasons of status and looking superior. In other words, they have serious egos. They tend to be business owners, and as I said, you're better to choose specific industries that you have an affiliation with so you can get rapport out of the blocks. Next up are LGBTQ couples. They generally have more disposable income than straight couples because they don't have kids. And research verifies that 80% of gay people have incomes above the national average. 40% of them earn more than $100,000 a year. They love travel and are twice as likely to buy a vacation home than straight couples. They also spend twice as much time online, so they make an ideal social media target. 46% of this group are gay and bisexual men couples, and 40% are gay and bisexual women. This is a market dying to be catered for by the right architect. Next are primetime women. They are typically 50 to 60 years old and have inherited money from family or divorce, and they spend 250% more on homes than any other group. They love architectural beauty and are prepared to pay for it. They want to look younger and do not see themselves as older women. And it must be noted that 50% of investments happen 6 to 12 months after divorce. And the final group I'll share here are wealthy professional. They lead extremely busy professional lives and are likely to build second weekend homes away from the hustle of a professional life. Professions include health professions, which dominate 12 out of the 13 highest job earners on the planet. But they also include attorneys, insurance, investment bankers, asset protection and management, investment services, chief executives, sales managers, etc. And they also tend to be highly prominent in their field. But the thing that all these groups have in common is that building a new home that is designed just for them is an aspirational acquisition. It's like giving themselves a gold star for being successful. There is an extreme amount of emotion tied into these projects, and that's why the fees are so good. These projects have real meaning for these, and once your marketing revolves around the emotional aspects of these projects for them, then you can really sign your own check. And I'm going to repeat this. You have no excuses not to be going after these markets. You don't need to be networked with affluent people. We can reach them now directly on social media. You don't need a big fancy portfolio. All you need to do is pick a specific niche and design out a great home in your chosen niche and focus on the parts other people will see, because that's what the clients want. I'm telling you from first-hand experience, there's hardly anyone fishing in these ponds. I was shocked when I found this out. I'm sure most architects I'm sure most architects think they are promoting themselves to affluent clients, but they are stuck trying to educate potential clients on how they deliver their services. And as we discussed, both the low end and the high end of the market don't care about any of that. You have an amazing opportunity to go for any of these markets I just listed for you, and there's nothing stopping you. If you are giving yourself reasons you can't right now, then that's the voice in your head that will use every trick in the book to keep you inside your comfort zone. Remember why you became an architect in the first place. Was it to work on crappy projects for cheap-ass clients and be degraded doing so? Or was it to really make a difference in people's lives with the buildings you know you can design for them? You can have the type of career and make your contribution to a better world for everyone. Isn't that what being an architect is supposed to be all about? So don't settle for less. But the reality is, people are either good at making things happen or they're good at making excuses. So which one are you?